Okay, good to go.
All
Cool.
right, let's go.
So what are we doing today, Kelly?
We are making a retro dinosaur game.
Cool. Do you want to share the blog post?
Yes, how do I do that?
You just present your
Oh,
screen.
share, present
Yeah.
your screen. All right.
Nice. Okay. This is what we're making. Explain it to me.
Yes.
Teach it to me.
Teach it to you. Ooh, you're gonna have to teach it to me. So it's basically the dinosaur game when the internet goes down and the dinosaur just goes along the straight line and there's trees
Uh-huh.
that come up and you
Yeah.
press the space bar and the dinosaur jumps over the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we last time we tried to set up the project
Mm-hmm.
and I think we got it set up now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it says to download it to your laptop, but I decided
Yes.
to run it on Replit so we could sort of do multiplayer.
Hmm.
We can do both.
Okay. Can you send me that Replit link again?
Yeah, sure. Let me get that started up.
Thank
So
you.
you haven't done anything yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay, perfect. But you looked through it, right?
I looked through it.
Okay. Tell me what it says.
I'm very new to all of this.
At least
So
what you picked up from it.
so basically you have to create the game objects and then you have to position or like set the position and coordinates for the dinosaur so it like knows where its boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's code for the moving ground. So to make the dinosaur look like it's moving forward, the ground is basically just moving.
Got it. Makes sense.
Hmm. And then for jumping, there's separate code for that. I don't know if you want to explain that further, James, but
Yeah, no, I like
yeah.
the way you're doing it. Just walk me through it.
Okay.
The
Okay.
general overview.
And so this is what it looks like when the dinosaur jumps. You tell it how many pixels and the ground is moving while it does that.
Uh-huh.
And then animations for the dinosaur. I assume this means we have to like create the dinosaur sprite itself or the
Oh,
dinosaur asset.
yeah.
Mhm. And then if we want to like change it and make it not a dinosaur, we can do that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, normally they
Mhm.
do it, they load one image that has four images in it.
Okay,
That's the
like
image is
this.
already there. We just need to add the code. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. And they
Okay.
claim you can do this in an hour,
Well,
so or 70
then
minutes.
then we can. I think
Then
with
we
the two of
can.
us, then we can.
Okay.
What half an hour.
Half an
So,
hour, let's do it.
I have a couple questions though. So, okay, you explained how they move the ground, they move the
Hmm.
dinosaur up and down. What about the
Hmm.
cactuses? I didn't see any cactuses yet.
That's a good question. So I assume you have to create the cactuses like you do for the
Yeah.
dinosaur with the animations.
Yeah. Do they
Um,
show that part?
they do not.
Does this game have cactuses? Oh, otherwise it's just
Oh, it's just the bumps. So how do you create the bumps?
Well, looks like is this part 1 of part 2 or is this really the whole tutorial?
It looks like part one, unless
Is there
there's a full course. Let's see.
the complete guide?
No.
Wait, but at the very end of this, do they say anything like there's a part 2 where you can learn how to add obstacles? Well, that's fine.
Mm,
We can do that another time. I mean, I think this will actually not take us very long at all.
okay.
And
So this is like mainly just having the dinosaur jump and the ground move.
this is a yeah, I guess this is the easy mode.
Okay, cool.
Pretty hard to lose.
Perfect for me.
um awesome. So
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
still we're going to learn a lot just by getting through this.
Okay.
I don't see any cactuses in the game itself. So, oh wait, I do see cactuses actually. So, So there must be more to it. But let's just start with this, and I will send you I will send you this link
All right.
on the private. And we will both open the same Replit here. Share. Okay, cool. So this was working perfectly last time. And it should just open a blank page in the web view. It should. Okay, it says compiled successfully. And on the web view, let's see, compiled successfully. Cool. It says port 3000. Open. Maybe it needs some time to start up. Maybe if I click here. Huh. Are you getting the same thing?
What do you? I only see the index.html. I don't see the index.js.
It should be under the SRC folder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So you found it?
Yes.
Yeah, so run that, click the run button, and it should start the server. npm run dev. Cool. .replit. And the run command is npm run dev. Okay, cool. What happens when you click run?
It's just a blank screen.
Oh yeah, you're getting like a blank white screen?
Yeah.
Cool. Can you share that?
Yes.
My Replit is like crashing, but I have a theory that that's just like, oh, it says I use too many resources, so that could be it. Let's go to your screen.
So this is what mine looks like.
Cool. Ooh, dark mode. Okay. Cool. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. So
Okay.
let's just go through like all of the source code files. Can you maybe make the text just a tiny bit bigger as possible?
How do I do that?
Just like Command plus.
Command plus.
Yeah, okay, just so I can see it a little bigger.
Okay. Yeah.
So walk me through all of the JavaScript files that we have now.
So you're gonna have to walk me through all of the JavaScript files that we have now.
No, you're gonna have to walk me through all the JavaScript files.
So we have index.
Yeah.
So James, what does index mean?
Index is the file that's run first.
Okay.
And as you can see on lines 4 and 5, index depends on play scene and preload scene. So it's going to make calls to those files, but index should get run first.
Okay.
It also depends on Phaser, but Phaser is an open source library where the source code is stored separately.
Okay. So basically this is the homepage, right? Homepage.
Yeah, it's the homepage of the code.
Of the code.
The actual homepage is index.html, but
yes,
we call this stuff like boilerplate because it's just actually I don't know why, but basically it's just stock. templates.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to obviously nothing's happening here. Let's go back to
Okay, so this is
index.
index, and this is the blank white screen.
Yeah, it is. It is
Mm-hmm.
creating that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
doing that with like. So on line 22, you see new
Mm-hmm.
phaser game, and then config is just the settings. Um, so like for example, the height of 340, that's a setting. That's on line 10, and that's then stored in the config, which is then passed to new phaser game.
Okay.
It's also passing in scenes, preload scene, and play scene.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go have a look at those, and those come from the other files.
So this is placing.
Mhm. Yeah. What's happening here?
I have no idea.
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say a scene is like a screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can uh if you go to the preload scene, you see this is what's happening at the beginning when the game is loading. And
Okay.
if we scroll down, we just see everything that needs to get loaded before the game. Yeah, keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
What what else happened? Yeah, keep going down to the bottom. This is everything that has to get loaded, and then that's the whole loading screen. And then when we go to the play scene, that's actually going to be um yeah, in the play scene.js. That's let's go back to play scene.js. Yeah, this is just like um yeah, this is the scene. And then what I think create is like a function that gets called at the beginning, and then update is one that gets called like multiple times per second. So the
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's great. If you hover your mouse over it, um, this method is called once per game step while the scene is running, and then it can pass in the time, and how much time has passed since the last frame. So this one gets run over and over and over again, and so that's where
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be doing most of the code because we can animate things.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's you don't worry too much about it, about this code.
Mm-hmm.
What's more important is that you actually understand the changes that we make to it as we go along.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry too much.
So how do you know that you need to start with like play
That
scene and preload scene and like what to put in it?
Yeah. So the names are not important. Play scene and preload
Mm-hmm.
scene. They could be named
Mm-hmm.
anything. Um, I think this is mostly a convention. I didn't know that it's supposed to do it that way. I would just
Okay.
look it up. So I would.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't worry too much about it. And what's more important is like the logic that we're about to. That's why they didn't have you write this in the tutorial, because you wouldn't learn anything from it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here, Dino game tutorial. I'm gonna open up that tutorial too, and I'll keep the tutorial open, and you can keep sharing that one. So this part, npm install, npm run dev, that's all handled by Replit right now. We've already configured that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so what's the first thing we're gonna do?
Create those game objects.
Mm-hmm. And what does this code, what does this code do? Man, it's kind of ugly code, if I have to be honest.
Yeah.
This is not pretty.
So are game objects everything we see like in the game or like the
Yeah.
ground?
A game object right now is what they're calling in the code a sprite.
Uh, okay.
And a sprite is like a player, right?
Okay.
So actually, let's just focus on this line of code. See if we can or this one. Let's just see if we can understand what's happening there. Any guesses?
So the dinosaur, it's setting the parameters for the dinosaur.
Yeah. So it's creating a new sprite, and this here must be the position of it.
Mm-hmm.
This here must be, of course, the height.
Mm-hmm.
And Dino Idle must refer to one of the assets that we already loaded, like the image. Heck, let's just copy it in and see what happens.
Okay.
Your screen disappeared.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So I copied the code.
Okay, where did you put it?
I did not put it anywhere yet.
Okay. So here it says that in placing.js.
Placing.js.
Yeah.
So this is placing. So can I go right here?
Kind of. You
Kind
try
of.
it. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, did you paste it? No, I haven't pasted.
No, I didn't.
Just this is autocomplete. Just paste it. Okay.
Okay.
Now you kind of have duplicate stuff now.
Yeah, so this needs to go.
Yeah. And that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now it's perfect. Okay. Now try running it again.
Okay.
So hope that works. Okay, compiled successfully. And do you need to refresh the page? Not that page, but the web view, the white screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, here it is. Is
Okay.
this it?
So you have the ground.
We have the ground in this box.
Yeah. And I see a little typo actually in your code. Look at where it says Dino Idle.
Dino Idle.
On line 12.
Line 12.
Yeah, I see a little typo.
Oh, here.
Yeah. That's not supposed to be spaces.
It's supposed to be Dino dash idle.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And check it out. Actually, it just recompiled automatically. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Cool. And yeah, let's do that trick again. So yeah, this is cool. So like this just added the sprites, right?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering like where did Dino Idle and Ground come from, right? Those names, the red orange names. If we go to preload scene,
okay,
we can actually find where it's naming all of the assets. See this?
Dino.
Like, see
oh,
Dino
I
Idle?
see.
Dino
Yes.
Idle comes from Dino Idle PNG.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah. And for like what that code does, actually, if we just read on a little bit further in the tutorial, here we see the whole explanation. See?
Mm,
See what I'm looking at here?
yeah.
Yeah. So, this .physics.add.sprite, and you can actually see in your editor too, if you go back to placing.js and then you hover your mouse over, you see on line 12 where it says sprite.
Yes.
Yeah, hover your mouse over there. This is like the instructions for how to use that function. And you see
Okay.
where it says param x, param y.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
can you actually scroll down to see the rest of the parameters?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get like, so this function needs the x position of the object, the y position. It needs the key of the texture, which is just what we put on as Dino idle. So the image, basically.
So texture means image.
I guess so. I've never
Okay.
seen that lingo before. This is like game development lingo.
Okay.
It's not used in regular software development. So that's sort of what it does is
Hmm.
it just that's what this code does is we're passing 0 as the x coordinate because it's always going to be in the same horizontal position, and then we're passing in height as the vertical position because that's actually going to change, and that's a variable that's going to change. And this this set origin, actually, where does that come from? Oh, set origin. Yeah, I'm curious what this part does, the set origin. That must be like a reference point, you know, the set origin. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Hmm.
So, oh, you see this? So, do you see what the set origin here is doing? Yo, hey Cruz, how's it going, man? Have you ever made a game before? We're making a Dino game.
What is the set origin doing?
Yeah,
Hmm.
check out this graph. It tells us
So on
exactly.
that graph, it's putting the coordinates around the dinosaur, right?
Yeah. So basically, we've got our game board, and the game board has a positioning system.
Hmm.
The top left is 0, 0. If we wanted to move the dino down, we actually change the y to be more. So this would be 0, 340.
Yeah.
If we want to jump to like 0, 2, 100 pixels higher, then we go 0, 240.
Hmm.
That's what um, that's what this is here, this position. But then we also have like set origin, right? And that's something else. The set origin is showing which corner of the image of the dinosaur do we want to use to line it up.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. So bottom left corner is lined up with
Yeah.
0, 340.
And if we did set origin 0, 0, the dinosaur would be down here.
Yeah, because it'd be
Yeah.
top left corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, we can forget about that and move on.
Okay. That's good to know, though.
Yeah. The ground. Okay, Cruz says hasn't coded a day in his life. What do you want to learn? Well, you're in the right place. So we added the dino, we added the ground. For the tile sprite. Oh, okay. So the tile sprite function is a little bit different, adding the ground versus adding the dino.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
So you add the ground.
Yeah, so this is the code that we used. So this is what we have now. And this is the code that we used to get there.
Okay.
And there's just a small difference. You see, this one uses tile sprite and this one uses sprite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need tile sprite? We need the tile sprite because it repeats.
Because it's a continuous line.
Yeah, because if we actually would look at the image that's being used there, it's actually going to be. Oh, actually, it's quite long already. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it here. But apparently they've decided that they want to tile it. So I think that means that it just needs to repeat. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I understood that part of the code here.
Okay.
Right. So we just give it. It's the same, but it also needs to know the width and then the height. Interesting.
So the height would be 0 at all times for the tile, right? Or for the ground.
The position. Kind of. I get what you're thinking of. Let's have a look here. So 0, 0, 0, 0 is actually up here.
Wait, sorry. I think you're still on the ground.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 0, 0 is up there.
Yeah. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, so there's 4 numbers basically that go in, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're using height and width. And they're using, this is 1000, this is 26. Okay, they shouldn't call this height. They should actually call this y. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because this part is the position and this part is the size, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so they should yeah, so this is the x position, this is the y position, and then the width and the height are defined. Yeah, only difference between putting the T-Rex and the ground on is the ground needs this size. Yeah, don't know. We probably could have done it the same way, but they prefer it this way. Yeah, Cruz just said, how long have I been coding? Something like 20 years. And where do I work? Yeah, right now I just work for myself, and I spend most of my time teaching. So if there's anything you want to learn, just let me know.
I attest he's a great teacher.
Let's see. So let's go down to the next. I think you get the general feeling for how that part works. As you can see, like, a lot of it's a little bit arbitrary. So I don't want you to overthink about that. The main thing for me is they took the 2 images and they put them at a certain place. Yeah.
So like if we wanted to, we could just do random coordinates as long as it makes sense, like for us.
Oh, you mean like for this?
Yeah.
You mean like we could change this coordinate system?
Yeah.
I think you could. Well, I think that by definition, 0, 0 was set as the top left. So, and they're gonna work with that. We could, yeah, you might even be able to change it. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I think for the video game, that's sort of like the, just like the standard convention. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna do the moving ground. Okay. So I will watch you as you build that in.
Okay. So this is the code for the add this to move the ground.
Yeah. This part.
So in this function update, okay. So this would go here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Let's try it. Something has gone wrong, Kelly. And it's the same thing that happened last time.
Oh, is there a typo?
Well, it's not that. It's that
Oh, is it this?
yeah, just watch out for what function where you're putting something in the
Okay.
code. If it's yeah, so you'll have to delete the extra update function now because that one was already there. Yeah.
Okay.
Try saving that. And what's the function called at the top, at the very top of this file? It's called create. Oh, interesting. So we have two create functions.
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible? Let's see. No. So basically, let's look at what happened in the code.
Oh, wait, this is repeating here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's repeating.
So
So
I
how
need
should
to
we?
get rid of this.
Yeah, let's just get rid of that one. That one's complete duplicate.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Okay. You shouldn't have to stop it.
Oh,
It
okay.
should automatically refresh, but as you saw, like mine Replit was glitching out. So cool. Hey, do something. You see that little full screen button next to the web view?
Maximize pane.
Yeah. Cool. I just wanted to see it. That's pretty cool. So let's have a look at how that code works.
Okay, so it's this one.
That's it. That's really it. That's all that we changed.
It's kind of crazy.
Right? That's animation.
So the update, is this a function?
Yeah, this is a function.
Okay.
And these functions are part of a class, but for now you can just think of a class as being like a collection of functions. That's all that to think of it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this function, let's see, what does it say? It calls the ground to start moving.
Yeah, kind of. So the ground has a property called tile position X, and it rewrites that property. And plus equals has a special meaning. I don't know if you've ever seen that before.
I have not.
So plus equals means add increment. So if I say, x equals x plus 1, that means add 1 to x. And then the shortcut version of that is just x plus equals 1. So it just means add 1, increase it by this much.
Okay.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's just increasing it by the game speed, right?
which is 10.
Yeah, which 10. So change the game speed to something else, and then just save it. And let's see if that will refresh it or not. It says it compiled successfully, so maybe we just need to refresh it. Okay. It looks like it's going a bit faster to me.
Mm-hmm. Let's do like 1.
Oh, perfect.
Nice. I'll put it back on 10.
Yeah. Okay, see you later, Cruz. You can come back and watch it later.
Bye, Cruz.
Peace. Let's see. I think we're making some progress here. So, game speed is 10. The ground will move 10 pixels on every update. So, I'm actually just kind of curious, what is the frame rate of the game? I think I looked in the config, it didn't say, but maybe it's like 10 per second or something like that.
So what does the frame rate mean?
Oh, the frames per second. So that would be like how many times update gets called in each second.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, now I want to have the jump. Okay, I'm gonna let you add this in.
Okay. So there's another create function.
So let's read this very carefully. And actually, there's no syntax highlighting here, so it's a bit harder to read. But here it says rest of the code.
Yeah.
So let's do we have to do this in 2 steps. The first step is we have to add some code to the create function. When is the create function called? Or how many times is the create function called? It's only called once when the game is created, I'm presuming.
Yeah.
And and so we should copy this and paste it into the end of create function.
Okay. So this is the create function. This is the end.
Yeah.
So put it in between the end bracket. Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So what does that do?
Okay, let's see, what does this do? So
because this is the same.
Yeah, I see that too. So actually, that's a good point. Actually, we should change something. What do you think we should change? We should delete line 12 because everything that's happened on line 12 is happening again on line 14.
Yeah, except oh wait, no, this is happening too.
Yeah, it's also happening.
Okay.
It's just adding more features into that.
Okay, so we're gonna delete that.
Yeah. And it's added. Well, the main thing I see set collide world bounds. I think I know what that does. What's set gravity Y? I think I know what that does. Do you have an idea?
Set collide world bounds.
And I think it'll be more clear once we add the next chunk of code too.
Okay.
Let's do that. So now we need to actually take this new function and then add this one after the create function. See, it comes after it. Yeah.
So like outside the function. So this
Yeah,
is the
like,
end of create.
yeah,
So put it here.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see if it works.
Oops.
It says fail to compile. Did we make a mistake? Maybe there's a copy and paste problem.
This is not supposed to be here.
Something just looks slightly off, but I can't see what it is. This dot input. This dot input dot keyboard on. Yeah, I think. Actually, it does look pretty good to me. If you look, yeah, actually, I don't see a problem right now. Let's look at the console at the terminal where it says fail to compile. Can you expand
Here.
that? Can you like maximize that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Where is the error? It says unexpected token. Okay, now we know where the error is. See on line 21, right?
Yes.
Now we can go back to the code. And
So
I
it's
think,
this.
well, it's a when you get an error, it kind of tells you what it's around, but it could also be something earlier. Because this
Okay.
is fine. Let's scroll up a little. So I think that there is too many that line 18 and 19, one of them needs to go away. That's what I think.
Okay.
Okay. And then let's save it. I don't know how an extra one got there. It's possible that one of those is supposed to be at the bottom. Can you scroll to the bottom of the terminal? This terminal thing should. You see the bottom right.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
scroll all the way to the bottom. I don't know why it's not going down. Compiled successfully. So there was an extra bracket there.
Okay.
And that just confused it. It put it in the wrong state. And then when it read the next line after that, it was like, what is this doing here? So,
So how did you know that like that one was extra?
so I guessed, and the reason I can tell it's extra is that let's go back up a little bit to that function. So we can see the whole, I guess it's the update function.
The update function.
In the code, yeah. So, or the create function. Yeah, can you
This
make
is
sure that the whole create thing is on the screen? Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay, cool. So basically, I see on line 8, it starts the create function. It starts with this semicolon, not a semicolon, the curly bracket, and so there's so that means that we're inside of the block, right?
Yes.
And then on line 9, I see a curly bracket opens and then it closes. So that's fine. That's normal. And then on line 18, I see a closing curly bracket, which ends the function.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
So basically, I just count them, and then I see that there's one opening one, but two closing ones. Something's got to be wrong. Yeah. Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Cool. So the dinosaur should jump, right?
Yeah.
Oops.
Maybe we need to change the key.
What key is it in right now?
You see it's on the space key, right?
Oh, yeah.
But Replit isn't really allowing that.
Right.
Hmm. So what other key down space? Where did this? I'm trying to see like what we can change that to. I've never seen that. Let's see. Let's look at the code. So on this key down space. What if we just change it to like key down A?
Key down A. Okay.
I was trying to Google for this, but I actually didn't see.
Nope.
I actually didn't see where that key down thing comes from. So here's like here's my method. Change to a different key instead of space. Let's see if that works. So okay. Key down up might work.
Key down underscore up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up arrow.
Nope.
Interesting. So then just nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm a little sussed out by this code here. The one that they're giving us. Like, is it possible that they made a mistake? So this is the code that I'm looking at here. This looks good. I don't know why they wrote control with 2 L's. Maybe that's just a style thing. But this part, this dot input dot keyboard on key down space, set the velocity to go up. Okay, so it's going to create a little upward velocity, and then the gravity should kick in. You know, once it's going up in the air. That doesn't work. So let's read. Yes. Now to control. Yes. Okay. So we're having nothing happen. Is there a way to make this run in a new window? Is that possible? Yeah, so you see on the top right of the web view, there's like a little open in a new window. Not that, but you see next near the maximize button, there's another button which like opens it up.
Oh, this one? This one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So just double check if you open a new window, it still doesn't work. So
it works.
Now it works. Okay, so Replit was just messing with us.
How could they?
That's good to know.
Okay.
That's fun. So let's have a look back at and you can change it to space if you want, but let's have a look at this code that we added. Where would you like to start?
Probably here.
Okay.
What we added to the new create.
Yeah.
So this was here before.
Yeah.
This is new.
Set collide world
Collide
bounds.
world bounds.
Yeah.
So I assume that sets the bounds for how far the dinosaur jumps.
Yeah, so what that does, and like this is just this is also just sort of like one way to do it out of many ways to do it. But what that does is looking back here, where's like a good, yeah, so this is our game.
Mm-hmm.
And we've set the game to be 340 pixels high. And the bottom is here at 340. That means that set collide world bounds means that it cannot, I think it means that it cannot fall below here. It's putting a ground.
Okay.
It's saying don't let the T-Rex go out of the game.
Okay.
And then the other thing is putting on the gravity, right?
Mm-hmm.
On line 15. So if you didn't have the gravity, what do you think will happen?
It wouldn't go back down.
Yeah, so we can actually just, do you know how to comment it out, that line?
No.
Put 2 slashes at the beginning of the line, and it should turn
Okay.
gray. Okay, it should turn green, whatever. And now let's play it again.
Okay.
Make sure to share before pressing any buttons. Okay, yeah, now try it. Oh, not.
Oh,
Did the
I
key
changed
change?
it to space.
Maybe the space is not.
So maybe space doesn't work. Let's just do up. Oh.
That's weird. Yeah.
Okay. Up.
Right?
Oh, it's not working.
Nothing's happening. That's so
Nope.
interesting. What I expected to happen is I expected it to just keep going up like you.
Interesting.
Interesting. Maybe we should
So
add that.
let's see.
Did you add it back?
Yes.
Okay. Now?
There we go.
Huh. That's interesting. So the gravity didn't do, the gravity works, but when we removed it, actually the dinosaur didn't go up at all. Maybe that's just like some special condition where, actually I cannot explain that. Let's that's why it's fun to just try different things. I wonder what happens if we remove the set collide world bounds.
Ooh, should we try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, my
Let's see.
guess, I had to guess what might happen, but now I don't know anymore.
Oh, the
Yeah,
dinosaur left.
that's what I thought would happen. Because he fell through the bottom. So the gravity's still there. So, but interestingly, if we remove the gravity, he can't jump at all. Not sure why. So that's an interesting thing for me to think about, for us to think about. And then here on line 22, it says, oh yeah, if we scroll up and we read this whole function,
create control.
Create control. This says, so the whole line 21 is just saying when the up key is pressed.
Okay.
And then it's actually a little function inside of that, which gets called every time that key is pressed. And what's on line 22 says, okay, if the dino body is on the floor, if the dino body is not on the floor, then return. What do you think that's saying?
If the dino body on the floor, Return.
Yeah, and keep in mind that that exclamation mark means not. So that means if the dinosaur body is not on the floor, then we'll
So
keep
when it's in the air jumping.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's comment out this line 22
okay.
and then run the game. Yeah. This is actually going to be cool if it works. Okay, try it. And now try pressing it twice fast. See?
Oh, so it can stay.
It's like a Flappy Bird
So it
now.
can float. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is like Flappy Bird.
Actually, I do like this version of the game. So going back to the code now,
Yeah.
tell me what that line does there on line 22.
It makes the dinosaur go back to the ground
Well,
and
what it
like stay
does
there, right?
is actually it doesn't make dinosaur go back to the ground.
Mm,
So we have an event that says every time the key gets pressed, the dinosaur should jump.
yes.
This goes before the jumping bit, and it says, but if the dinosaur is already in the air, just abort, just cancel the whole jumping thing.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
So if we're on the ground, then jump. If we're not on the ground, cancel. Don't do anything.
Gotcha.
And and the set texture thing, I think that has to do with something that's going to be added later, which is the animation of the dino's legs,
Hmm.
which doesn't matter now. And then the velocity, that would be like how fast the dinosaur is jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we put this back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Cool. So, we got pretty far. Set. Where are we? Oh yeah. We got pretty far. And the only thing that's left is literally just the only thing that's left is to add in the little running legs.
Hmm.
I think that can probably be homework.
Okay.
That's pretty I'm sure that you'll be able to get the little legs to move. So then the question is, once you have those little legs, that's adorable.
It's so cute.
Then the question is, once you get the little legs in,
Yes.
how do we get the cactus?
Where are the cacti?
So
To finish this game, watch my code along video on YouTube.
I'm gonna check that out, and
Okay.
then next time we can have the we can get the full game with the cactuses. And then
Okay.
if you have extra time, you could also think about what we have these images here, all of them. You can also think about what, if you want to change any of these, what you want to change them to.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, the dinosaur is so cute.
Yeah. It's pretty cute. Cool. But it would be pretty cute too if we had like Ish's face on it or something, right?
Oh, you're right. I think we should do that.
So
I'll have it ready for next time.
so yeah, next time we're gonna do put the little legs on, and the next time we will
Okay.
get the cactuses in. That should be fun.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
What are you up to today?
Nothing much.
That's
Just
cool.
sounds like I'm going to be putting on little running legs on dinosaurs. That's what I'm up to.
It'll take you like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what about you?
Might go outside. It's beautiful over here. Yeah, it's beautiful.